Hey, how's it going out there today, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. Thought I'd hop on here for a minute, see what everybody's up to. I finally made it to North Carolina. Um, while I wait for a few people to come in, if you're watching this on the replay, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Think about subscribing. Check out the description below. Have a Twitter account now. Check out my Twitter. I don't know how much I'll do on there. Probably just be posting links. Don, number one. Don, always coming in first. Appreciate you, Don. Um, but yeah, I was saying, got the Twitter going now. I don't know. I may post over there. I'm not sure yet, Like, I'm not a big fan of having a ton of social media. It consumes your life. I got a lot going on. But yeah, what's everybody up to today? What's your CB handle if you got one? Is anybody doing CB handles these days? Let me turn this brightness down on this phone a little bit so we don't have as many interruptions. Seems like when that phone gets hot, it's hot in this truck to begin with. Let me crack a window. Let me see how loud it is outside. Not too bad. We're here. We're getting unloaded. We made it to North Carolina. And it's like muggy out, man. It's hot and humid. Yeah, so we'll be glad when I get this off. I am going to go rest. This load has been a nightmare. So I did the math on it earlier. It was 41 hours from the time they loaded me to getting here. Technically, it was 40 hours. I'm here an hour early. So Topeka, Kansas to Halifax, North Carolina in 41 hours. Most people would say that's no big deal. And, I would tell them, I don't know what I would tell them. I would say this, getting loaded at the end of a 14-hour day and still making this happen was not easy. Some people may downplay it and say, I could have done it in reverse, or, you know what I mean? Like, my granddaddy did that in a horse and buggy in 1932. You're always going to have those people, but yeah, I was pretty happy I made it here on time, and now I'm ready to go to sleep because this has been a long run. Okay, I guess my internet connection's on because it's sending me notifications. So that's good. That's good. I got internet. So, what is everybody's CB handle? I thought I'd throw that out there this morning. Just a little. I was wondering. I think you should have a CB as well. I know a lot of the new truckers, on YouTube say, "Oh, you shouldn't have a CB. It's out of date." I think that's a talking point. I think you should have a CB. You know what I mean? Like, you're getting paid enough, hopefully, to afford, a $50 CB. I ain't saying go out and buy, a $500 amplified this, that, and the other. I'm saying I got a Cobra 19 in this truck. You know what I mean? I got a Cobra 19. I can't remember the last time I talked on this CB. I listen, I don't talk. But my thing is, there was a YouTuber I was watching the other day, and he was talking about how people were driving by him and making a hand signal at him, and it was other truck drivers and cars, and he's like, I stopped, I couldn't figure out what was going on, I got back on the freeway, they started doing it again, and I left him a comment. I was like, if only there was a simple, small, two-way device that you can communicate with other truck drivers on the road. If only they would invent something like that and make it like widespread and cheap, being very smart ass about it. But let's face it, like, you're going down the road and you may not know it, you got an inside rear tire blown out. You know what I mean? You're just driving down the road, minding your own business, and that thing's back there just flop, 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 flop. You may not be able to hear it all the way up in the truck. You know what I mean? Especially if you got a reefer unit running. You're inside the truck with your MC Hammer blasting on the radio. You know, you may not be able to hear it, but you know, if somebody pulls up beside you and makes a little hand motion, you know, and like, you know, gives you the international, you know, like grabs the CB mic and is like, you know, hey, you got a radio? Um, you know, if you got one, you turn it on. Even if you got it off, you turn it on, and they can tell you, hey, your tire's out back there, guy, or you know, you only got one brake light, or you know, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, for $50, man, throw one in the truck. You can actually get a pretty decent one on eBay for like 70 or $80. I used to have I bought a little Midland off of eBay years ago. I just hit the thumbs up on my own video. Y'all guys be sure it's right there when you're watching the video on mobile. Just click that thumbs up for me. So yeah, let's get to some comments. Let's see what everybody's doing today. Don, number one, appreciate you, Don, you the man. Jerome Jones, big money, number two, appreciate you. Fuego Moto Builds, hungover. I feel hungover from this load, man. You know, I picked this thing up at the end of a 14-hour day. So, you know, I picked it up and I really didn't feel like running it very hard, to be honest with you. I run it for about 2 hours. I stopped. I took about an 8-hour nap. Got up. I ran almost 900 miles yesterday. Did almost 900 miles yesterday. And then parked last night for about a 5-hour nap. I stopped in the middle of the day yesterday. In the middle of that 900-hour day, I stopped in Tennessee and took an hour nap. And, you know, kind of refreshed a little bit. And then moseyed on down to North Carolina. Stopped in North Carolina last night at about 10:30, 11 o'clock at a rest area. Slept till about 5 o'clock this morning. Got up, knocked out the last 300 miles. And that's how you make good money in a weekend. But I think I'm gonna take the rest of the day off. I'm gonna find me a truck stop nearby, get a shower, and sleep for probably the rest of the day. I don't think I'm gonna try to run anything tomorrow. I got some connections in Virginia that's got to load Monday, so probably go do that. Let me ask you a question. Yeah, I love that. Let's see. DIY Semi says, yo, Maxim Raids in the house. Cash baby, what's good, man? Not much. Trying to get this load off this trailer so I can go home and not go home. I'm a long way from home. I'm on the ocean side. I'm in Halifax, North Carolina today. It's kind of like near the Virginia border on 95. Yeah, that's kind of where it's at. If you don't know where that's at. It's all the way over on 95. It's probably about 30 miles south of the Virginia line. So that's where we're at today. Rick in, happy Halloween. I forgot it was Halloween, man. I'll tell you this. You never run out of things to see on the freeway. I was coming through Knoxville last night, and I know it was a full moon. Was the full moon last night? Hang on a second. Yes. Full moon last night, I don't know. Let's say it was last night, because I seen some crazy shit last night. So, I was coming through Knoxville, you know, minding my own business, you know, legal beagle, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I run this load hard. Horrible fuel mileage. I'll talk more about that later, but let me get to my story here with the dancing. The dancing man. K-Save 499 in the house. Cash is my favorite super trucker. Yeah. I was thinking about that the other day, and you know, some people think super trucker is a negative. Some people think it's a good thing. I'm all about a super trucker is whatever you make it. You know, I've got a lot of kids. I'm overweight. I've been out here way too long. I should have something else figured out in life by now. I really enjoy it. You know, so I think those things kind of make me a super trucker. But then at the same time, I've got super singles and an automated shift transmission. So, am I a super trucker? I think I am. I call myself a super trucker because I think it's a compliment when people say super trucker. You know, if you think it's a negative, that's because, you know, I don't know, whatever. I think so. Somebody says I'm a super trucker, it's a compliment to me. You know, it's like Superman. He was no ordinary man. He was a Superman. Same thing with trucker, you know. But thank you, K-Save. You're the man. He says, just kidding about the super trucker part. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I think I do have a little bit of super trucker in me. You know what I mean? I like to brag. You know, I like to say, oh, I made it from Topeka, Kansas to Halifax, North Carolina in 41 hours. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's good and it's bad. I think whenever you start believing your own hype as a super trucker, maybe it becomes a negative. But as long as you're like, you know, as long as you're like proud of what you do, but you're not like arrogant about what you do, I think you're okay being a super trucker. Like Super Trucker Dan, he's got a super YouTube channel. But you know, like, he's Super Trucker Dan, you know, but he don't like, you know, he seems like an okay guy. So I don't think being a super trucker is always a negative. But thank you for that, K-Save. Thank you for that. $4.99 super chat, guys. If you're wondering where that's at, you come right down here in the comments. That little money sign right there. That's how you do super chats. But anyway, so I'm cruising through Knoxville, you know, minding my own business, and I don't know what I got on. You know, I probably got something on the radio. It makes no sense. So anyway, let's get to the point. God almighty, I ramble a lot. Let me get on with this. So I'm cruising down freeway in Knoxville, down 40, and I'm kind of past Knoxville. You know, like where you get out there to Dandridge, like where the Pilot and the Loves are. I'm out there like in no man's land. There's no street lights. Got the living hell scared out of me. There's a dude standing right on the white line of the shoulder, dancing. I mean, just getting with it. Like, you know, like full blown, like just having himself a grand old time right there on the white line. I am so glad I did not hit that guy, man. It scared me. Like, I literally was shaking after it. I came so close to him. Wearing all dark clothes. He had on like a black coat with a gray hoodie under it and black pants. I mean, I just saw like his face right at the last second. If he would have been jumping out in front of me, I'd have got him. So yeah, bummer. That scared me. And then going through Nashville yesterday afternoon, broad daylight, like 2 in the afternoon, coming through Nashville, somebody hits a deer in the middle of Nashville. Good sized buck too, mind you. Good sized buck in broad daylight. I'm talking like 2 in the afternoon, right by the Titans Stadium. Like, not even like out in the country. I'm talking like, you know where 24 and 40 run together, and you go by the stadium. You know, the stadium's on if you're going the way I was going. I was taking 24 east to 40 east. You know, and the stadium's like right there on your right. Yeah, right there. Like right there. Dude hit a deer in a little car. And, you know, killed the deer, unfortunately. But, yeah, I mean, it wasn't like a big antler deer. Yeah, okay. Yeah, right by the Titans Stadium. I believe it's called Nissan Stadium now. So, yeah, craziness, man. Craziness. Hit that freaking deer right there. He was trying to think of what size deer it was. He's probably like, I don't know, 4-pointer, like, but, you know, pretty good size. DIY semi, $5 for rambling. Yeah, no problem. I love to ramble, man. Love rambling. It's my pastime. It's my passion. But let me run through some of these comments real quick. Thank you again, DIY Semi. You're the man. Thanks for being on the show last Monday. If you guys didn't see that, go check that out. Check out DIY Semi's Trucker Money series, man. Like, I was a little worried yesterday you weren't going to drop one. I really was. I thought about it because I was like, where the hell's my trucker money at, DIY? So I thought about texting you, but you know, I was like, he'll get it out eventually, I guess. So, but yeah, let's see. Where am I at? Happy Halloween. Thank you. Trucking Answers in the house. What's up, Trucking Answers? Thanks for coming in. Trucking Answers, great channel. A lot of resources over there. Check him out. I love the live every Monday. Y'all check that out. 26 here this morning. Had a safety committee meeting. Had to be up early today. Oh, man. Safety meetings. Am I right? Did you do the safety dance? Did you do the safety dance? Now I got that stuck in your head. You're welcome. Maxim Raid says, Cash man, company decided to give me a brand new Volvo for reasons unknown to me. Nothing beats that new truck smell. Yeah, you better believe it, brother. On a Volvo, in a Volvo, like you might as well be sitting in your lazy boy recliner at the house, man. Those things ride like a dream. I think if I ever decide to go with something other than a Freightliner, I think Volvo's probably my second choice. I think it would have to be. I do. I love the look of those new Volvos. The first time I seen one of those new Volvos, I thought it was on a Swift truck, and I thought maybe Swift had like hit something and bent the bumper under on the bottom. Like I did. I had to get out and look at it. I was like, that don't look right. Yeah, that was what was owed at. And I remember the first time I saw those new Volvos, I was like, dang, they really stepping it up over there. Let's see, got you a new Volvo. That is awesome. Trucking Angel says yes to CB. Yeah, you got to get the CB, man. They're like, you can get a Cobra 19 for $50, man. I have had this Cobra 19 since 2006. Now I didn't use it for years. I bought that Midland because I wanted to be a real trucker and have a real CB that people didn't laugh at when they saw it. And then I got to the point where I sold the truck and I didn't feel like taking the Midland out of it, and I only paid like $80 for the Midland on eBay. And the guy he liked it, and I was like, if it helps me sell the truck, I'll let him ride with it. So I went to storage and dug out the old Cobra 19. Oh man, she's like, people can hear you upwards of 100 feet away on this thing, which I don't care. It picks up really good. I was looking for I got a 2016 Cascadia. I was looking everywhere for the antennas, the CB antennas on this. The CB antennas are made into the fiberglass in the roof. Like they're in there. They're not outside of the truck where you can like change them out. They're inside they're in between the headliner and the fiberglass for aerodynamics. That's how serious these people are about aerodynamics. They say, do you know if we remove that CB antenna, you will save $7 a year on fuel? And I say more power to them. More power to them. Let's see what's Crete's got going on here. We got a Crete Schaefer. He's looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm talking to myself. Let's see what these boys are up to. Let me run through a few more of these comments. Fuego Moto Build says CB is def good idea. Have simple because it's good for quick communication. Like, hey Volvo, move up 10 feet, thanks. Yeah, you can't go wrong with you can't go wrong with having a CB, in my opinion. Yes, there's a lot of people on there talking about the feminine underwear they like to wear. And yes, there's a lot of things like that going on. But let's face it. Let's face it. Oh, we got a question here. Hang on a second, guys. Hey, how's it going?
Is that receiving as well?
Yes.
Same building?
Yeah, this door right here by number 12.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. All right, we're back. Yeah, they got a confusing label here. They got a receiving door up on the hill that they do not receive at except for like certain things. Like if you bring in raw ingredients, they receive it up on the hill. This building is very large. It like continues down a hill. But I've delivered here. This is my third delivery here, and every other time I've delivered up on the hill, I've delivered like butter, and I forgot maybe cheese or something. I've delivered here. So this time I brought in finished product like for distribution, and they got like this part of this side of the building's distribution, but the door for the distribution side says shipping, so it's very confusing. because you go up there and they tell you to come down here, but there is no receiving door. There's only a shipping door. Very confusing. Very confusing. So let's see here. Where we at? Yeah, CB, always worth it. DIY Semi says it's hammer time. Oh, yeah, can't touch this. Yep. Freight trucking. You can't touch this. You better believe it. Ralph Floto in the house. What's up, Ralph? He says, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, I guess it is afternoon in some, I guess where I'm at right now, it's afternoon. I stick to that central time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just stick to that central time. Let's see here, which kind of screwed me because I wasn't supposed to be here till 1 p.m. their time, and I actually went back an hour to keep it on central time, and then I forgot I'd already took the hour out, so I took another hour out, and I showed up an hour early. That's an hour I could have kept snoozing the alarm this morning. So, you know, it hurt me today. Most time it works out better. Let's see, Dan in the house says, hey, from Michigan. What's going on in Michigan today? Montoya says, what's going on? Not much. Trying to get unloaded. This is my hidden secret. Anytime I want to get unloaded, I just, go live. Because as soon as I go live, they start unloading the freaking truck. And it interrupts my live. So it's a little strategy I use. So I don't know. Maxim Raid says, let me ask you a question. Maxim Raid says, do you use your company's insurance? Yeah, I do. Is that a common practice in owner-operator world or carry your own? It depends. A lot of guys don't want to use carrier's insurance because they say, well, if I leave the carrier, then I got to go get my own insurance. If you don't plan on leaving the carrier anytime soon, most time it's cheaper to go through their insurance because the way it works is insurance companies want it all in-house, so that most of the time the carrier's insurance will cut you a deal to get you to come there, because if something were to happen, they don't want the trailer to be covered by the company's insurance, the truck to be covered by your insurance, then you have to get like interchange trailer insurance. It creates a whole thing. Insurance companies don't like giving other insurance companies money, is basically what it comes down to. So yeah, it's common. A lot of people, especially if you're leased on to a carrier, yeah. I've bought my own, in the past, I have had my own, comprehensive insurance, outside of the carrier because I found it a few dollars cheaper. But it just depends. But yeah, it's pretty common. You can carry your own. There's no problem with that. But Maxim Raids number 2 says, do you the fuel surcharge on your loads? No. Most of my loads are just a flat rate load. So I don't get fuel surcharge on those. It works out the same because here's the thing. If they separate out the fuel surcharge, the percentage is more likely going to go down on the load. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's X amount of money there. You know what I mean? And the carrier's got to get theirs, and the broker's got to get theirs, and you got to get yours. So it's like, it really doesn't matter how you slice it up or how you deal it out, So with me, I'm fine with it being 80-20, just flat, straight across the board. It's easier for the accounting process. There's some carriers that pay like 72% or, whatever percent plus 100% of fuel surcharge. So it's like, well, what's the difference between, 72% with a 100% fuel surcharge or just 80% flat cut rate? It's really not much difference. When fuel goes up, it becomes more even, but when fuel is really cheap, the 80-20 works better to me. 27 in the house, 12 likes. Hit that like button if you don't mind, everybody. I appreciate it. That pushes us out to more people. That gets more people in the house, more questions being asked, more things to be learned. Let's see here. Maxim Ray says get the fuel surcharge. Yeah, yeah. So I hope that helps a little bit. Like let's let's do a quick breakdown. Let's do a little quick math. I'll try not to make it too boring, but let's say ballpark, you had $1,000 load. I like round numbers. $1,000 load. 80%, I'm getting $800. Okay, on a $1,000 load, let's say 72% of the line haul, which they're going to separate that out. So let's say that makes your $1,000 load a $900 load and a $100 fuel surcharge. Okay, so line haul is $900, fuel surcharge is $100. So 72%. Let me get the old calculator going here. Hang with me. So 900 times 0.72 is $648 plus the fuel surcharge was $100. That is $748. See how that breaks down? I don't want to give away. I got paperwork here I probably shouldn't be showing, but who cares? See how that breaks down? Like it affects, if fuel was more and they broke that 1,000 out into more of a fuel surcharge, it would change things up. So you don't always make more with a fuel surcharge, and brokers in my experience, brokers hate breaking that out. Like they want to do it quick, fast, and simple. They want to say, hey, the load pays this, and that's what it is. So that's my experience. 26 in the house. Thanks everybody for coming in on a Saturday. It's Saturday, right? God, it feels like a Sunday. Feels like a Sunday to me. IKH, hey, what's up, brother? Thanks again for the $5 DIY sim. I appreciate that. IKH says just put a deposit on a 2018 Cascadia, 288,000 miles. Okay. 288 on an 18. We're at the end of 20. So if that's sorry, I'm looking. Looks like Crete's got something stuck between his trailer tires. I don't know what that is. Piece of paper or something? Yeah, it's a piece of paper. But yeah, so 288. Let's say it's been on the road for 2.5 years. 288 divided by 2.5. That's about 115,000 miles per year. That's about average. That sounds about average. One thing I will throw out there, I was looking at this guy Trucks. He just bought that 2018 Freightliner. He bought what used to be a team truck, I believe. It could have been a solo truck, but I think he said something about it being an ex-team truck. You got to be careful when you buy a team truck as a solo driver, because a lot of times they don't have bunk heaters and they don't have APUs because the company doesn't feel like it's worth putting those on there. So you got to keep that in mind. I'm not saying it's a deal breaker. I'm just saying you may have to idle the truck a little more. I think bunk heaters are a no-brainer. Like if you buy a truck without a bunk heater, especially if you live in the Midwest, my God, buy yourself a bunk heater. I'm thinking about calling around maybe to some people that install bunk heaters and seeing if I can get like a promo code for you or something, because I think bunk heaters they're essential, man. An APU is kind of expensive. It takes a few years to pay for an APU, but a bunk heater can literally pay for itself in a few months. But congratulations, IKH. That's good, man. That's a good truck. A 2018 Cascadia with 288 on it. You got a lot of life left there, man. Take care of it. Get the oil changed. If you're going to do that extended interval that they say that truck can go up to 50,000 miles. I'm a little weary of that. Make sure you're pulling oil samples if you are going to do that. I do mine about every 20,000 miles. I might go to 25, but I really try to keep it to 20. Good fresh oil, man. Good fresh oil in them. fuel filters. You know, these trucks, man, they love good fresh oil and fuel filters. You know, you can get a you can go to Love's and get a semi-synthetic oil change for like $400 to $450, depending on the brand and the deal. Um, you know, so just keep her changed out. You got a lot of life left in that truck, though. 85,000. That sounds about right for that truck, especially in this market. I was looking at some trucks yesterday on truck paper, and yeah, the prices are up and away on trucks right now. But like I say, don't worry about what the market or the price of the truck's doing, as far as like maybe if it's mid COVID, watch what you're doing, but in 90% of the market, I tell people, don't worry about what the market or the truck prices are doing. Get yourself ready to be a business owner. Get yourself ready to own a truck and operate a business. And when you feel confident that it's time to go, do it. Don't let the market determine when you do it. Don't let the price of trucks going up and down a little bit do it. If that same truck, if you would have bought it, 6 months ago, it might have been 5,000 less, but who cares? You know what I mean? Like, if you're making the right amount of money over the lifespan of that truck, that 5,000 is such a small, it's not a deal breaker. So yeah, congratulations. IKH says, once I get the truck, should I rent a trailer first or pull power only for Amazon? I'm not too familiar with Amazon. We do some Amazon here where I'm at, but I don't mess with it. I don't know. I would tell you this. Whatever you plan on doing long term, that's what I would start doing. Like, if you're going to do Amazon power only long term, go ahead and start doing it. If you're going to get a dry van and start pulling broker freight and try to build yourself a customer base, or at least make some connections, I'd say go ahead and start that. Whatever you're going to do long term, do it as soon as possible. Go ahead and start building those connections while freight is good. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't wait till Amazon falls off to start building those connections, because by then everybody that's doing Amazon is going to be running over to do the same thing. Now, don't get me wrong, Amazon's probably got some really good looking freight right now because of the time of year it is. So, that's a tough choice. You could probably make a really good lick right now pulling Amazon, but at the same time, most freight's looking pretty good right now as well. So, I would say just whatever you're going to do long term, go ahead and start it. Go ahead and start, getting in the groove. Truck and Answer says, we can dance if we want to. For sure, man. The safety dance. I don't want to get a copyright strike. I sound just like that guy when I sing. So, Fuegos says, feminine underwear. Yeah, you know how that goes on the CB all the time, I ain't got no drawers on, man. You used to hear that a lot. Of course, I don't ride with the CB on like I used to, because my GPS tells me, if there's a backup, or the traffic stopped, miles in advance it tells me. So I don't ride with the CB on as much as I used to. Let's see. Truck and Answer says, one thumbs down must be Crete, LOL. Yeah, no doubt. I did get a thumbs down. How dare they? I'm sure it was a fat fingered situation. Somebody went to hit the thumbs up, and they was probably riding down the road, and they was going to hit the thumbs up, and then they hit one of those bridge connections in Tennessee, and you go like that. When you hit that bridge connection, feel like if you have your window down, you feel like you may fall out the window. They probably hit it on accident. They didn't know they did it. I ain't mad at them. We do got 25 in the house and 16 likes. Let's go for the record likes today. My record likes is 31, I believe. I got the other day, 31. Yeah, so yeah, let's beat that 31 record there. Let's make it happen. Yeah, I don't know. I don't hate on Crete too much. That guy was pretty nice. He did a good job backing in. I give it to him. Younger guy, not all young guys walk around with their pants off their butt and flip flops and can't do their job. That guy there, you know what I mean? He had on actual shoes. He had on pants that fit, and yeah, I think it took him one pull up to get that door. So you know what I mean? Just a guy doing the job. It's probably a Hirschbach driver, boy. They love coming out of the woodwork, or Prime. I love it when a Prime guy comes and defends whenever I made fun of Rob Lowe. Like I wasn't picking on like him personally, the lease purchase guy. I was picking on the fact that Prime got sued, they settled out of court, and then they sent an email trying to fool people to not sign up for the class action lawsuit. That's some shady crap. If you're going to defend that, I got no time for you. Now, if you want to tell me, hey, this company's did this for me, and I appreciate the company because they gave me a chance when nobody else would, respect. You know what I mean? Respect. I got no problem with that. But, whenever a company's doing some shady stuff, I'm going to call them on it, and then, if you try to come defend the company, I will laugh at you. I will laugh at you. I feel like they're, doing something with my trailer, but I still got a green light, so I don't know. Let's see here. Joey V. Here we go. What are truck requirements in your state? Here in California, it sucks. Got to have a pretty much brand new truck with all the DEF crap. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they vary by state. I think in this day and age, do what you want, but as an over-the-road carrier or over-the-road truck owner, driver, DEF is getting better, number one. Like trucks that are like 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, sorry, I just got a text message. My mom just texted me and said she's the thumbs down. Oh, man. That is funny. That is funny. Yeah. Wait. I think that's what it said. Oh, yeah. My mom's the thumbs down. So, no worries. No worries. But yeah, if you buy a truck that's like a 2011, 2012, 2013, my last one was a 2014. Those years are rough on the DEF. They had a lot of issues. They were trying to work it out, get all the kinks worked out of it. When you get to like 15, 16, 17, 18 on up, they're getting better with it. You know what I mean? Number one, they're designing the trucks to not need it as much. Like my 2014 needed a lot more regens than this 2016 does. So, they're getting better with it. But yeah, California's pretty picky. A lot of states don't want you idling a truck like Pennsylvania, Virginia, New Jersey. You correct me if I'm wrong, but like those states in that region, they don't want you idling a truck that's not a clean idle truck. Got the little clean idle sticker on the side. I don't think they put those on trucks anymore, now that I think about it. Like 2000, you remember what I'm talking about? It's like a little C, it almost like a Cummings sticker. It was like a C, and it was like clean idle certified or whatever. I don't think they're putting those on trucks anymore, but a lot of those states, they don't want you idling more than like 5 minutes. Unless you've got one of those stickers on your truck. So, but yeah, it's getting a little better with it. I ain't gonna say it's perfect, but it is what it is. I mean, look at trucks now, like how much, smoke they put out and how much, you know what I mean? They're cleaner. They're cleaner. I'm not gonna defend DEF and all that, but trucks are definitely cleaner. So, it is what it is. I'm not happy about it, but like I said, we can't do nothing about it right now. So, Jake Quan in the house. What's up, brother? Says redder 80% than 65% from Landstar. Yeah, like, so Landstar would be 65% a line haul and 100% a fuel surcharge. So you would need a huge fuel surcharge broke out on a load to make it up to 80%. Landstar, they say that they justify that huge percentage they take by newer trailers, a large pool of dropped trailers, so you can do more dropping and hooking, fuel discounts, tire discounts, stuff like that. Um, and they say their loads pay better, but I don't know. That's for anybody else to make up their mind. I don't like giving opinions on stuff like that because I don't want to influence people. I'd rather you go do your own research and. Yeah, you would need a good sized fuel surcharge. Just mathematically, that's not my opinion. Mathematically, it would take a huge fuel surcharge to get you to 80% if you're paying a 65 line haul, 100% of fuel surcharge. Texas Outdoors, what's up, TX? Says, sup, driver? Not much. Waiting to get unloaded. Seems like it could take forever. Hey, there's the man and the legend, Mr. Paul Harris. What's up, Paul Harris? He's just arrived. You spot on time, Mr. Paul Harris. Thanks for showing up. Freight Trucking says, anyone have info, pros or cons on Lawrence Transport out of Rochester, Minnesota? Recruiting department has a good sales pitch. Any info would be great. Lawrence Transport. You like hauling cereal, they say? I know they got a huge contract with Post, the cereal company. If it's the company I'm thinking of, they got like a blue oval with Lawrence written in the middle of it. I think they got a terminal in. Oh man, is it the one I'm thinking of? They're like in Northfield, Minnesota, and then they got a terminal in Portland, Tennessee. Is that the company I'm thinking of? Yeah, I think they do a lot of lease purchase out of there. So watch that lease purchase. Because like I tell people, if you went out and bought a truck, would you lease it onto them? Like if you had a truck, would you lease it onto them? Don't ever go to a carrier. Because they're going to sell you a truck. That's no reason to go to a carrier. Unless it's me with my Max Force lease purchase I'm setting up. That's gonna be a deal that people won't even believe. But I think there's a couple Lawrences up there. That's why I'm wondering if it's the right one I'm thinking of. But if the one I'm thinking of, they got two terminals, one in Portland, Tennessee, and one in Northfield, Minnesota. And that Northfield, Minnesota is because that's where Post Brands has a huge cereal factory right there. And But other than that, I don't know much about them. Fuego Moto Build says, are TA80s worth the money? Used 500,000 miles for about 50,000. I don't know. A lot depends on the truck, what kind of engine it's got, who had it before you. And the reason I say who had it before that is because I was watching a YouTuber the other day talking about revving his company truck up to 2,800 RPMs going down a mountain. And some of you may know who I'm talking about, but he's new. I'm not dogging the guy. He's new, but I'm saying, like, these companies that train people, like, think about that engine. That engine is compromised. 2,800 RPMs. Those bearings on the bottom end of that engine are compromised. And if you were to buy that truck and even if it had factory warranty on it, and they pull the ECU and they see that engine's been to 2,800 RPMs, they're not going to warranty the bottom end of that engine, because it says right there in the warranty, like 2,300 is the most they, that you're supposed to take these trucks to, DD15. Driving by Braille, he got that. One of his drivers took an engine way up there in the RPM, and then, like, 3 months later, the engine blew. Freaking bearing came loose, or rod bearing broke, or not the bearing, but the rod clamp at the bottom broke and sent it through the side of the block. So yeah, watch who has these trucks before you buy them. That's a big thing with Lone Mountain. I know a lot of guys think about Lone Mountain because they got it all out there. They got it all out there because you can go straight to their website and it tells you what they want down, what the payment is. Now, mind you, they want about 2 times what that down payment is in the bank before you come there. They want to know you got some money. I'll put that out there about Lone Mountain. But for me, a lot of those are company trucks. And like Western Express has a body shop at their terminal in Nashville. And they don't turn stuff in on insurance claims. They have it hauled to Nashville. They'll have it towed to Nashville. They'll repair it in-house. And they'll sell it at Lone Mountain when they repair it. I seen a guy on YouTube years ago bought a truck from Lone Mountain that had a bent frame from Western Express, and he didn't even know it till after he bought it. So just keep that in mind. That's why I say go with a reputable dealer. Build a relationship with a reputable dealer. I know a lot of guys go to auction and buy trucks. Again, do what you want, but for me, I'm not buying a truck at an auction. Too many unknowns to be buying at an auction. That's a pig in a poke, as they say. Let me get caught up on some comments real quick. Boy, I get to rambling, and here I go. DIY Semi says, thinking about leasing a new truck with prime thoughts. I would suggest don't do it. Would be where I would start. I would think otherwise. Don't get hammered like that. If we can stop people from going to these mega carriers and leasing trucks, freight prices will go up because and people will start to make more money out here. These mega carriers that lease trucks, they don't care what they haul freight for. They'll go down to the local whatever factory, let's say, I don't know, wherever. They'll go down to the local Walmart distribution center and say, hey, instead of paying $2 to move these trailers on a contract, I'll do it for $1.50 because I don't care if I make money hauling freight. All I need is the guys in the trucks to make enough to make my truck payments to me. That way I can continue to live in the life of luxury. So they'll go down and undercut good paying contracts just to have something to do for the lease purchase guys so they make their payments every week, which hurts the whole industry because the lease purchase guy doesn't make any money. It just brings it all down. So yeah, that's where I'm at on that. Carlos Danger in the house. What's up, Carlos? Says, what's up, Cash? Not much. Got Don cracking up. Hey, Trucker Wild in the house. Says, yo, Cash man, doing it like crazy. How are you making it, bro? We're doing okay. We had a crazy run down from Topeka, Kansas to North Carolina with a quickness, and I'm glad it's over. I'm in a door right now waiting to get unloaded. As soon as I get unloaded, I'm going to go somewhere to find a shower and something to eat, and I'm probably going to sleep for most of the rest of the day. I'm going to do a StreamYard live tomorrow at some point. I don't know, maybe I'll put a post out about it if I can figure out what time I'm going to do it. I'd like to do it kind of in the middle of the day, though, because a lot of people go live on Sunday afternoon that have bigger channels than me, and everybody wants to go watch them. So, but I would like to do a StreamYard sometime in the middle of the day tomorrow, and maybe have some people come in and talk about some different segments of trucking. So, if you guys want to do that, just let me know. Maybe we can get Trucker Wild in to talk about Prime, since people got questions about Prime. He's over there killing it right now. So, and isn't your truck a is your truck a T880? Because I had somebody asking about a TA80 a minute ago. My thoughts on a T880, they're not the most fuel efficient truck, but I love Kenworth, man. I do. I wish Kenworth would come out with the Cat engine in a T680. You know, the most aerodynamic. I got a Barlow one parked right over here. That's why I keep looking over. I was looking over to see the number on it. But if they would put a cat engine in those, man, oh my God, I'd buy one right now. Right now. Give me a C15, like a, like a 6NZ, or what is it, a 34, is it 3408 or 3406E? Oh, can't remember now. But anyway, if they'd put an engine like that in a freaking one of these aerodynamic Kenworths, I'd be all over it, man. I love Kenworth. I like the T880, but for running long distance over the road like I do, you really got to be the most fuel efficient on the road to compete with the big guys. You do. So I guess that has a little bit to do too with what you're going to be doing. Spider 88, what's going on? Not much. Thanks for coming in. We got 27 in the house, 24 likes. Let's beat that. Let's beat that 31, I think it was the other day. 31 or 32 likes was my all-time favorite. My mom still got that one thumbs down on there, so you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all show me some love, because my mom just thumbed down my video. Let's see here. J&R Transport, North Carolina, what's up, brother? Says, it's nice down here today, just a bit cool. It's a little humid over here, man. I'm over in Halifax right now. I'm sure if you're, I'm sure you know where Halifax is at. We're over here off of 95. I don't know. It's a little humid. It feels nice out when I crack the window, but matter of fact, I rolled that up when that creek driver, well, I don't know. Can y'all hear all these trailers and trucks running? If it's annoying, just let me know. I'll get that window back up. But yeah, it's pretty nice out there. I like it. That's my type of weather. Rick Ian says Prime Inc. or New Prime Inc. doesn't haul their own freight. New Prime hauls Prime Inc. brokerage freight. Hey, hang on a sec, guys. Yeah.
Do they call us or they?
Yeah.
Green light.
Most of the time, if you got a green light, maybe wait like 5 minutes and they'll have it. Sometimes they put it at like, just leave your paperwork on the counter, but how's Barlow?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, all right?
It's typical trucking company. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm on or out. I got like 2 months left on my truck, so.
Okay, nice.
I'm paying mine off to go back home. So.
Oh, okay. Is that percentage based over there?
Yeah, we get 74% of the gross. Randy, the biggest check I took at home after expenses was like $4,000.
Nice.
That was like, they had like one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, oh yeah.
But typically we stick around about 1,500, 2,000 after all the expenses.
Okay.
Last year was a big year for me. I grossed 201,000 last year.
Wow.
This year I'm at 154 right now. So
Not bad.
pandemic and everything.
Yeah.
So,
Not bad.
like I say, typically trucking company up and down.
Right.
You just make the best out of what you can.
That's right. All right.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem. So that's Barlow. That's what's going on over there at Barlow. They're out of Fawcett, Missouri. 74%. They're paying over there, 74%. I think that's a lease purchase, if I'm not mistaken. But hey, whatever. I'm not saying everyone fails at lease purchase. I'm just saying there's better options than lease purchase. You know what I mean? Like, he says he stays like 1,500 to 2,000 a week. Like, that's a lot of contract freight over there, I bet, too, because they were everywhere. When I was getting loaded over here where I got this load at, there was a bunch of them there getting loaded coming this way, I bet. Rick Ian, let me get back to you, Rick Ian. He says, Prime or New Prime Inc. doesn't haul their own freight. New Prime Inc. hauls Prime Inc. brokerage freight, so lease drivers get 72% of the rate New Prime Inc. accepts from Prime Inc. brokerage. Whew, that's a mouthful, but it's all truth, let me tell you. That's the beauty. That's the beauty, Rick. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I'm finna put all these puzzle pieces together, and I'm gonna bring Rick in because Rick understands it. I mean, that's what they're doing over there. You know what I mean? They'll take a load for $4,000, and then the brokerage side will take it for $4,000, and then they'll push that on to Prime for $3,000, and then Prime will send it on to a lease driver at 72% of $3,000, not $4,000. They shave $1,000 or 500, 600, whatever they need right off the top. It's craziness. Craziness. 22 in the house. Thanks everybody for sticking around. DIY Semi says, text me, I'm coming in. All right. But yeah, we'll get the StreamYard set up, and we'll get it all figured out tomorrow. I actually meant to do StreamYard, not Streamlabs. Not Streamlabs. I learned that the other day. I meant to do that this morning with this one. I may do one later on today. You know, you just never know. I love popping on live. If I can get a shower and something to eat and a nap, I may pop back in tonight. You know, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I meant to do it on this one and forgot all about it. So, but Carlos Danger says, don't go CFI. Go watch Trucker L and listen to his phone calls with them. Hurts, I'm listening to that. Yes, CFI is the murderer's row of bad deals. Like, I mean, I'm gonna put CFI one peg above loan sharking in the morality. You know, actually no, dead even money. If you was betting which one's worse, CFI or going to a loan shark, even money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't believe the stuff they're doing over there. Go watch oh my God, I cannot remember the guy's name. He's from Maine. He doesn't have a lot of subscribers. I haven't seen him post a video in a while. He took his CFI truck over to Landstar, but excuse me, he took his truck over there. But before that, he was running that choice board. There was like 80-cent mile loads on that choice board. He took one out of Dallas for like $1, and he gets 65% of the dollar. I was like, and how much is that truck payment? How much is that truck? That truck payment's like $900 a week. How are you making money at those rates? Like, you know, and like a good load on there is like, you know, $2 a mile, and you get 65% of that. Okay, keep that in mind. That's what I never could understand about the trucker's coach. You know, like talking about the choice board being a good thing, better than Landstar, and I'm like, I was like, I don't know. I kind of thought maybe they were paying him, you know. I thought maybe Schneider came in and threw him some money to say stuff like that. You know, keep that in mind, guys. If I ever sell out, now, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I won't sell out, because everybody's got a price. You know what I mean? If Schneider comes to me with like house money, you know, they're like, here's you a new house money. You know, I may start talking different about Schneider. You know what I'm saying? But I'll give you the wink. You know, I'll be like, Schneider is awesome. You know, you'll think I'm having a stroke or something if I ever talk good about Schneider. But you know, another one, go watch Storm Trucker Storm, not the other guy that was like in a big, you know, drama thing. This is a guy, he's from Georgia, and he had a CFI truck, and he couldn't make no money with it. He even took his to Landstar, and he still couldn't make money with it. It's when rates dropped. This was like 2019, when rates were down a little bit. He couldn't make money with it over there. So he turned it back in. He took it to Schneider and said, I can't do this anymore. Here's your truck back. They hit him for his entire escrow. Now, there was no damage to the truck, just normal wear and tear. Like, it needed tires, and, you know, like, it needed like a new driver's seat or something he was talking about. They took everything. They took his escrow. They took his maintenance. They went after him for they put $9,000 on his credit report that he owed them, because restocking fee. So think of that. Before you go get that CFI truck, think about it. If you don't complete that all the way through, they're going to nail you to the wall. Like, they're going to own you. They got him for $9,000 to wash that truck and to put it back on the lot. $9,000. and he had to pay it. Like, it was on his credit report. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he had to go work for another company for a couple months and like run hard just to make enough money to pay that back. So basically, he gave away 3 months of his life for that. So keep that in mind. Let's see, where am I at? But yeah, DIY tomorrow. I try to put that together tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do a StreamYard. That way, I can bring some people in. You know, there's a couple people in here. You know, I'd like to know more about what you know, their segment of trucking. Lone Star Transport comes in a lot. He sent me a video this morning of this giant bull they loaded on his trailer. I'd love to talk to him about bull hauling and cattle hauling. You know what I mean? That's an interesting segment of trucking I'd like to know more about. And yeah. So yeah, tomorrow we'll try to put that together. 27 in the house, 28 likes. Thank you, everyone. Y'all are awesome. Carlos Danger says, don't go to CFI, go watch Trucker L. Yeah, I just read that one. That's where I went on my. But yeah, I'll check that out. Trucker L. I don't think I've ever seen Trucker L. Let me look that up real quick. Trucker. All right, 318 subscribers. Is that who I'm looking at with the, is that the right one right there? I'll tell you another good one this morning. Y'all watch South Georgia Hot Shots? I know most guys in here are not hot shots, don't care to be hot shots. Go watch a video that was put out by South Georgia Hot Shot this morning. He gets TQL on the phone and records it. And TQL straight tells him they've already got a driver on the load he called about, but they said, if you'll undercut him, we'll give it to you. That's some dirty right there. That's some dirty mess from TQL right there. Like, you know, like that other driver's probably already driving there to get the load. He's already got it all planned out. But if you'll call and undercut him by $50, we'll give it to you. Oh, that's so dirty, man. That is so dirty. Yeah, this video right here, South Georgia Hot Shot. Why you should never pull for TQL. Go check that video. Like, that is some crazy mess right there. That is some crazy mess. Like, they shouldn't be doing stuff like that. Like, I mean, I know a lot of people talk smack about TQL, but yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna drop a link real quick to that. South Georgia Hot Shot's not a hard one to find. You know, he's got a pretty unique name there. But yeah, check that out. Check that out. And anybody else in here, if you've got a YouTube channel, I don't want you dropping links to just anybody's channel. But if you have a channel, if you want to drop your link to your channel and have everybody check it out, I'm more than happy to do that for you, because you know, it's hard to get traction as a small YouTube channel. Let's see here. Where am I at? Oh, this thing jumps around. It kills me. Well, we're DIY. Arrow is no good. Okay. Good to know. You talking about Arrow truck sales, or is that what we're talking about? Let's see. Joey V, thanks for answering my question. Cash, you rock, brother. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. It's all love, just trying to help, you know. I just want truckers to make more money, man. Like, it is a bummer to be out here away from your family, making dog crap money, while some guy sits in his office with his suit and tie, just, you know, sniffing the stack of hundreds. You know what I mean? Just fanning through it. You know, fresh stack of hundreds. He just fans through it, sniffs it all day. That's his whole day, just sitting there smelling the money you made for him. Like, just, it don't play well in my mind. Let's see here, where we at? Spider 8, I'm in a lease purchase now, and I don't like that they take out much money Okay, says I don't like they take out too much money and it's a company that makes 88%. Yeah, some places are like that. They'll give you a bigger percentage and then they take everything out of your percentage. So, there's some give and take there. One of the hardest things is finding a good carrier. Somebody that like represents you well, somebody that has your interest. Like a lot of these places, man, they just become a money grab. Um, let's see. I'm not good with names. That's Cash. I don't know. It says, what's the recommendation configuring of a truck pulling a reefer in terms of torque, horsepower, gear ratio, etc.? Um, yeah. You don't need a big super horsepower truck to pull a reefer. Maybe if you're out west and you may want to bump it up a little bit. My truck is a 425 horse. Like I'm about the fuel economy. I don't care to be the first one up the hill. You know what I mean? Like I'm just not that guy. I'm just not that guy. It's not a pride thing. I'm not out here to show off. Whatever makes me the most money. That's what I'm in favor of. But yeah, you see a lot of guys pulling reefer with mid roofs. I'm not a big fan of that. Like the reefer unit doesn't need that much air going to it that you need to get a mid roof. You know what I mean? Like it's getting plenty of air. Let's see. Yeah, torque, horsepower doesn't have to be a beast mode. Mine's 425 horse. I got a 241 rear end, so I don't have a big heavy gear in it, and I get down the road just fine. Paul Harris says I'm not going to lease on to Cash is King unless my weekly payment is under $1,600 a week for that max force. For you, Paul, I could probably get you under $1,600 a week. I'd have to talk to the finance department, but I think I can make that work for you. I do. We might stretch your payments out a little bit. Instead of 24 months, we may have to go like 28 months or something. Freight Trucking says yes, that's right. All right, Trucker Wild, yes, keep clear of Arrow. All right, that's good to know. Arrow's no good. I just got a 4-year warranty with the truck I'm looking at. Okay. Arrow Trucking, not sales. Okay. Let's see. What is the best place to buy a truck? Cash, truck paper. Yeah. I mean, I like a local dealership. I'm going to put out a video about my thoughts on buying a used truck this week sometime. But, I do like I like a local dealership. I like building relationships. There is no better way to do business than with people you know and you trust. So you got to build those relationships. And, if you live in Louisville, Kentucky, and you buy a truck from a dealership in, Houston, Texas, it's probably going to be hard to build a relationship with those people. I'm not saying you can't. When that comes time to trade that truck in, you could drive it back down to Houston and trade it in with them. But, when a place knows the truck, they sold you the truck, they'll probably give you a little bit more on trade-in, which, it's meh. If it happens, it does. If it don't, it don't. But, yeah, I feel like you get better deals and you get more bang for your buck, I feel like, if you do it that way. But honestly, that's not the best way to buy a truck. The best way to buy a truck is to buy a truck from someone you know personally. Preferably someone that's had the truck since new. I mean, that's like the unicorn situation. You know what I mean? Like old school owner operator takes very good care of their equipment, decides to buy a new truck or a tire, jump on it, buy that thing. Even if it's not the most fuel efficient or if it's not exactly what you wanted, more than likely you're going to get a better truck that way. But a good dealership, one that can tell you where the truck came from, what fleet it came out of. They can tell you a little bit about the fleet, get some knowledge on the trucks. Would be my advice. Um, Arrow Trucking. Arrow Trucking. What is Arrow Trucking? Where are they out of? I thought Arrow went out of business. Arrow Trucking. Arrow Trucking. Arrow Trucking. Arrow Trucking Company. Let's see what Google's got to say. Arrow Truck Rentals, Arrow Delivery, Arrow Truck Lines. It just wants to give me Arrow Truck Sales. I'm sure Arrow Truck Sales has got all the they got all the Google bought up, I'm sure. Let's see. Where we at? I think I missed some comments here. I don't know. Let me see what I got. Noah J says, I live 10 minutes away from Halifax. All right, good deal. Good deal. You probably know where I'm at. David Cherry says, to me, a lease purchase is like buying a car for 25% interest. You can do it, but in the end, do you really want it that bad? Yeah, that's I think that's a misconception, and I'm probably guilty of saying that a lot. Like, you just can't do a lease purchase. You can do a lease purchase. You can make a little bit of money, and you can have a truck at the end of it. And some of them, if it's a lease purchase with not a huge balloon payment, you can. A lot of these now are just leases. They're not lease purchase. They're just leases. You have no chance of owning that truck unless you're going to pay that big balloon payment at the end. So, you can do it, but it's not. There's much better ways to do it. So yeah, thanks, David. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Good to see you here. Rick says Schneider seems better because it's a click and go, where Landstar is like the spot market without the ability to really negotiate. Yeah, I've often said if you're gonna work spot market, I don't want to be on one company's specific load board. I want to be able to haul anyone's freight. If I'm on spot market, I want to be able to have 9 load boards I can choose from. Because it's like a fish in a bowl. You're really limited to where you can go and what you can do. Versus, if you're a fish out in the ocean, you may get eat. Something may eat you, but at least you can swim where you want to. So yeah, I agree with you there. And yeah, a lot of this click and go is a lot of people love that. It's convenient. Look at JB Hunt 360. Look at Coyote Go. You know what I mean? You click it, you book it, you go. That's the way Schneider is, and I'm sure Landstar will move in that direction. But I don't know. At least at Landstar, you can negotiate a little bit, I guess. I don't know what they really do for you, because you're in such a, it's such a limited, ability to, you know what I mean? They kind of know they got you because they can look at the board and see what other trucks are in the area, and they can look at the board and see what other freight's in the area. Same thing could happen on DAT, I guess, now that I think about it. So, I don't know. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Jay Kwan says, trucker on YouTube turned in his Schneider truck in, and he had to pay 11 grand. Whew. Ouch. Ouch, to get out of his lease. 11 grand. What did he do? Drive it off the lot into, the La Brea tar pits and then throw him the keys back or something? 11 grand? What could you do to a truck to deserve having to pay 11 grand to give it back? My God. Ouch. Restocking fee. Did they put it on the shelf? Yeah, no doubt. Apparently it was top shelf if it was 11 grand. Jesus Christ. Wow. Wow. Let's do a little quick math on 11 grand, because that's an astonishing number to me for turning a truck back in. $11,000. Let's say Schneider pays $1.50 a mile. That's 7,333 miles gross money you would have to run You know what I mean? Like, what is that? Like 3 weeks? You'd have to give them 3 weeks of your running, which probably means 6 weeks of actual profit. Jesus Christ, man. But yeah, I guarantee you they got a line around the block signing up for it right now. Like, blows my mind. Blows my mind. Let's see. I want to make sure I didn't miss any. Make sure I didn't miss any. I feel like I jumped around. This thing's all over the place. Where can I get a decent truck at? Spider says, where can I get a decent truck at? You know, it just depends. You know, that's a tough question to. That's a tough question to answer. Let's see here. If I miss your question, just throw it in again. I'm not dodging any questions on purpose. Every time somebody posts one and I'm not paying attention, this phone scrolls to the bottom. So, we got 22 in the house, 30 likes. So we got a lot of action going on this morning. So it's jumping around a lot on me. Let's see here. Schneider. Yep, there we go. Just read that one. Trucker on YouTube, 11 grand. Holy smokes. Carlos Danger says yes. Rick N says, for the life of me, I don't get why people at these 80/20 companies have to book their own loads, do not get their own authority. Yeah, I don't know. When you get your own authority, there's a lot more paperwork and stuff you got to do. So a lot of guys would rather just pay the percentage and run someone else's numbers and have them do some of the paperwork. But yeah, I mean, it's nice when you want to book your own freight, but to me, the guys where I'm at, the people in the office they're scanning load boards all day, multiple load boards. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would take me hours to sit there and go through all those load boards. And when the freight market is kind of down, it's rough because those loads don't sit there very long. So you have to spend some real time scouting loads. A lot of give and take. I need to do a video about that, about, leasing, a percentage versus doing your own authority. So let's see here. Jake Juan says, rolling with TB had to pay Schneider 11 grand after he turned his truck in. Jesus Christ, man. Like, Schneider can't lose on a deal like that. Like, if you pay the truck off, they sold you a truck for double what they paid, what they got in it. And if you turn it back in, they slap you with an $11,000 bill. Like, how could you not win at that? El Tagre says, I would like to own my own truck. I would like my own truck. Sorry. Let me learn how to read real quick. Sorry about that. I would like to still can't get it right. Jeez Louise. I would like my own truck. Just don't have the cash. Yeah. And that's what these lease purchase people prey on. But it's not worth it. Just do it the right way. Work for a company, save up the money, because that gives you time to learn as well about trucking. You know what I'm saying? Like, while you're saving up the money, that gives you a chance to learn about trucking. That gives you a chance to learn about owning a truck, Like, these lease purchase deals hitting these guys straight out of school, man, it ought to be criminal. Like, most of them don't know nothing about running a business. Most of them don't know nothing about owning a truck. They don't know nothing about the taxes, that they're getting involved with. It's highway robbery. Let's see. Paul Harris smelling the money like Uncle Joe be smelling a little girl's hair. Oh my goodness. Paul for the win. Ralph says mid-roof is a driver's preference. Yeah. What about that though? Because do you like less space in your truck? I love having the condo sleeper. It gives me lots of room up there to put stuff on the top bunk. And when you have a condo sleeper, they move the top bunk up. So you can have the bunk down and it still be high up. You know what I'm saying? I never understood a mid-roof. Like, what is better about mid-roof? You got less room. You're less aerodynamic. I know some people say, like, the wind doesn't blow you as hard. Like, and that makes hardly any difference on that extra, that little piece of fairing up there. Um, yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, Ralph. I just don't get why they would want that as a preference. Like, um, yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you do seasonal work, you might get a mid roof. Like if you haul grain half the year and then you pull a reefer the rest of the year, you might get a mid roof. But even still, I don't know. Jesus' name above all names says in the house. Thanks for coming in, brother. Appreciate everybody coming in. We're at 33 freaking likes. That is a record, guys. Record. This has been a great live. Appreciate everybody coming in. Lots of good conversation. 25 in the house. 33 likes. Let me see here. Oh, don't you love it when you get the spinny wheel? Spinny wheel. There I am. Still got that one thumbs down. Come on, Mom. Uh, Thank you very much for answering both my questions. I will be in Houston soon, and one day will be a guest on your show. Yes, for sure. Kashif. Okay. Thank you for explaining that. I hate murdering people's names. Kashif. Good deal. Learned something today. It's been a good day. I woke up and I learned something. Those are like two things to make a good day. Rick Ian says, just take your truck to the hood in Chicago, put a Trump flag, and take a cab to a hotel. I'd imagine the truck would be destroyed in a few hours. Yeah, Mayor Lightfoot over there, or what's her name? Lightfoot, Light something. She'd probably have your truck burnt on the spot. Um, um, 34 likes. That is a record, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. Not that it means a whole lot, but it does kind of push the live out there according to some of the videos I've watched about algorithms. Yeah, I don't know if I'd take my truck to the hood of Chicago. Sorry, I got a little airy, and it is so muggy in this truck. It feels so good outside. Why is it so hot in this truck? I think it's because my reefer unit's running back there. I think they might unload me sometime this year. My appointment was at 1 o'clock local time. Been 37 minutes past the appointment. Still not even put a red light on it yet. Come on, man. I wish I'd have stopped and got some grub before I come here now because, looks like it's going to be one of those days. Let's see. But yeah, I was thinking about the things people put on their truck that I seen a Volvo the other day, a blue Volvo. I don't know if I got a picture of it or not. I may have, I may not. I don't know. And if I did, would it load? And you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I seen a Volvo the other day that had a giant rebel flag on the above the windshield, like on the top fairing. Like the whole top fairing was a rebel flag. And I was just thinking, like, he gets kicked to the back of a line at a lot of shippers. You know what I'm saying? Like, think what you will of it. I mean, I'm not pro or negative. I don't care. But I'm just thinking, yeah, here it is. Like, he gets kicked to the back of the line at a lot of shippers and receivers, and he gets, just dumped on because of that. Like, I want my truck to be very neutral. You know what I mean? Like even like people, they'll write like on the dirt in the back of their trailer, they'll write like Trump 2020 or Biden 2020 or whatever. I wouldn't want anything like that on. I don't care who you vote for. I think you should vote for me, honestly. I think you should write in my name. If you're going to waste your time and go vote, make sure you write my name in. That's the way I would recommend you do it. Let me kick the fan on, guys. It's hot in here. But yeah, I think you should keep your truck neutral, especially out here on the road, man. You don't know who you're going to run into. You know what I mean? You could really, you could make the wrong person mad. I don't know if I can even feel that fan. I'm not gonna mess with it. Whatever. Whatever. Um, so has anyone ever been to the Uranus Fudge Factory? That's a real place. The Uranus Fudge Factory. It's a pretty sweet spot. I like this. I like this. Big Girls Street Food. It's like a food truck, like food trailer. It's called Big Girls Street Foods. I don't know if you can see that or not. But yeah. Let's see. Ralph says, I have always had a condo. Yeah. Yeah, I'm more about that condo life, man. Give me some room up there, you know? Because in these Freightliners, if you get the condo, they move this bunk up. So I can leave that bunk down and I can still sit underneath it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, if you want a mid-roof, get a mid-roof. More power to you. I just don't see the benefit of it for me. What's up, everybody? Famous Amir, am I getting that right? Hi, how you doing? Rick Ian says, why pay $11,000 just to park it in the hood? Yeah, maybe that's the way to go with it. You know, like park it in the hood, and you know, like you said, call a cab, go to the you know, go to the hotel, just call the insurance company from there. You know, like, you know it's going to get destroyed. Just go ahead and call the, just go ahead and call them. Let's see, where we at? Jesus, name above all names says mid-roof. Generally feel more stable, but I prefer full condo if the price is the same. Yeah, that's me. I've heard people say that before. You know, I had a mid-roof. I had a low roof, you know, when I was doing flatbed. I had like, you know, stand up and hit your head on the freaking thing. Flat top. I didn't really notice a lot of stability issues with that truck. I seen a lot of stars because I'd stand up and bust my head on the ceiling about once a week. Paul Harris says, no politics or religious messages in business. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. With it, you know, just keep it as neutral as you can. You know, you don't want to offend people. People take stuff the wrong way every day of the week, so you got to watch that. Let's see here. Waste time and vote. Yeah, you know, when you vote, this right here is where you vote. When you take your wallet out of your pocket, that's when you're voting. When you go to a booth at a middle school, that does nothing. Vote with your money. My opinion. Results may vary, mileage may vary, and consult a professional. But, you know, politicians want to vote, right? That's what Charlie Daniels said. So yeah. Carlos Danger says, just think how much you make on that Max Force deal. If you could charge 11 grand when somebody turned it back in, you could get like 6 more and rinse and repeat. Yeah, that is a great idea. I'm going to have to put a clause in that contract that if you don't complete it, I'm going to have to I'm going to have to give you the business of $11,000 you're going to owe me. 35 likes. That is an all-time record, you know. If I had balloons and confetti, I would throw them in the air right now, but I don't. Let's see here. Jesus' name above all names. I went to that fudge factory before. It was the fudge factory, you know what it was before, back in my wild days. Okay. Yeah, I've seen that. I was trying to Uber some food the other day, and I was looking at what was around a certain truck stop, and yeah, the fudge factory popped up. So I was like, okay. Uranus has 4.5 stars. They must be kicking ass. Oh, Paul, come on. Yeah, Paul says I'm 5'5", and my first and last mid-roof was for the same thing, bumping my head. Yeah, I don't know. I like the double bunk condo situation. You know what I mean? That's what I like. But guys, I think I'm gonna hop off here. If nobody's got any more questions, I'm gonna give my voice a break. And considering they're gonna take forever to unload, I'm gonna try to figure out some foods. Real quick and see what's going on with that. Everybody go watch that freaking TQL video. If you go watch that, leave them a comment. Tell them I sent you over there. I like that channel. That's a good channel. I mean, I don't care for hot shotting. I mean, I'm not going to do it, but I watch his videos occasionally. Eliza's in the house. What's up, Mr. Riviera? Says, hey, Cash, saw your interview on Asian Mai. You're the man. Thank you for watching that. I appreciate it. Anybody that don't know, this past, Wednesday, this past Wednesday, I did an interview on the Asian Mai show. If you didn't watch his video from today, my God, go watch it. He's dressed up like a He-Man. He's in a He-Man costume. This dude is killing me, man. I laughed so hard when he was pretending to be He-Man on the phone. I don't know if y'all saw that or not. I mean, I'm not even playing. Like, absolutely, like, I'll drop a link to that real quick. Let me drop a link to that. Let's see here. But yeah, thank you. Be careful, friend. Thanks for a great time. Thanks for coming by, everybody. On the way out, click this link right here on the bottom. Go watch that Asian Mai as the He-Man. That thing is so freaking funny. Red 5 Transport, what's up, brother? We're ending the live. Sorry. You caught us right at the end. But you can watch it on the replay. Everybody keep your eyes open tomorrow, probably midday-ish. I'm going to do a StreamYard. I'm going to try to get some drivers in. We're going to talk business and, kind of give you some ideas on what's going on in trucking. Later, guys. Take care of each other out there.